Testing. Oh, okay. I need to. Okay, we're live. Got some small changes to my setup, but otherwise similar. We painted my office. That's nice, right? Um, okay, cool. You guys can't see my screen right now. We're getting there. We're gonna see if chat works. Well, still waiting. Come on, chat. You can do it. Let's see. All right, I see it coming through on Restream's site, but not on the browser window. So, oh, interesting. I remember noticing that this doesn't like it when yeah, all right, let's see. Restream chat. All right, I know it. Yeah, I just added a browser source. I remember. I was right there. All right, let's try this. Uh, oh, here we go. The chat is ready to display messages. All right, let's put this up. It's so small. Why is it so small? Testing. All right, let's see. So we have okay, I can remove the browser one. Remove. All right. If the chat is ready to display messages, then it should be probably, displaying. Does it not show my own? Maybe that's a thing. I don't know if anybody's online right now, but if you are, can you send me a chat message? Let's see. Okay, preview scaling. No. Oh, well, here I should. Oh, there we go. Okay, message is coming through. That's nice. The only thing I need to fix is that these words are tiny. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like every time I change it, it like resets what's in the chat. Also, according to Restream, oh, I am. Yeah, I was trying to figure this out. I'm live on LinkedIn. That's a first for me. Hey, LinkedIn. Good to see you. Okay. So yeah, only thing left to fix before we can plow on is this scaling of the chat. And I see that there's like, okay, I can chat overlay settings. Can I just make it, bigger, or is this not? Yeah, see, it's bigger here. So it's got to be a problem with my setup here. Restream chat. I can set width and height, but I can't like make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? All right. I see chat is getting to YouTube and I think Twitch. I don't think there's chat on LinkedIn. No, I don't see it working through Restream. Let me check my profile. Yeah, okay. Chat's coming through there too. This is nice. I like the multi-stream stuff. But I do still need to figure out what in the Sam Hill is going on with this option. Let me try this. Let me see about modifying on Restream the where is it? The scale. Set it to like, okay, does that change the code? Is that how this works? Does that change the embed code that I get for? Does not. Okay. Well, then that doesn't really make a lot of sense. How would it? Let's test again. Yeah. So this doesn't work. No, I use custom frame rate. Could use like custom CSS. That doesn't seem ideal. I should tell my Discord server that I am online. Alrighty. Come on. What? Of course, Discord has an update. That's fast, at least. Okay. Let's tell our Discord friends that we're around. All right. All right. So I saw a chat come through. Cool. So yeah, we still just have to figure out how do I make this bigger? Like I want it to scale the text. I guess it kind of does scale the text, which is interesting. But I would have to make it like massive. If I say, okay, there we go. We're getting somewhere now. All right, this is yeah, this is what we're working with so far. So let's make it a little bit skinnier, a little bit taller. My goals for myself too. All right, it's a bit like spaced out, which I don't like, but I think that's just gonna have to be good enough for now, folks. All right. And I wonder, does Restream show me like the amount of people here from across platforms? Okay, I guess I can see it here on the destinations page. But that's kind of annoying. You'd have to like switch between the destinations page and the chat page. Oh well. Y'all didn't chime in to watch me figure out how to do live streaming. Or maybe you did, I don't know. But that's not what we're going to be spending most of our time doing. Got my trusty Stanley cup. See, this water is pretty clutch. Okay. So the nice thing about this setup versus my last one is that it's got chat aggregation. So people can actually chat from, let me transition this in. Can chat from multiple sources instead of from like having to go to one particular stream and chat. So that might help, because I've noticed when I do the streams, otherwise I get chats on maybe on Twitch or on, well, not Twitch. I don't know, nobody goes to Twitch to watch me, but on YouTube, and they don't come through, and then I miss them, and so I like check periodically, and it's all kind of strange. So instead, we're going this route, and this works for me. So where do I see? Yeah, I go to destinations here. Okay, let's move this down a little bit. All right, we're groovy grapes. So let me take a look at this here. All right. So what we're working on today, maybe I should put this in a description somewhere. Today we're working on igniter generators for hash authentication strategies. It'd be pretty cool if yeah, it does. It actually updates. Does it update the title on all of them? Does it even do it on the YouTube? Like, it's it update the. Hey, that's cool. That's a nice little feature. Because usually people show up and they're like, "What are we talking about?" Alrighty. Let's pull up AshAuthentication Phoenix, and let's take a look at the code share screen. Yeah, this looks good. I think this looks good. I'm a little like far away from the. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it works. We'll see what people think. All right. And chat. Oh, I need to copy this to here. Yeah, and delete the old browser one because I need chat to come through. Ugh. Watch a technologically illiterate person figure out OBS. That's the name of this game. Remove. Okay, restream. Chat has to move down now, and I have to move my code over like this. I wonder if I should set it. Let me set like a flat black wallpaper actually, so that this looks a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Maybe. Yeah. All right. There we go. Roger Dodger. Cool. Hey everybody, how you doing? Chime in. Say hi. Don't be scared. So what we're working on today is I've got this little test project called Foobar, and we're working on, so I've got the installer for AshAuthentication and AshAuthentication Phoenix done, which is pretty cool. Done as in it installs AshAuthentication Phoenix, but it doesn't set up any strategies. So to show you what I mean, if I say mix, yeah, I can leave those, that's fine. Igniter install AshAuthentication Phoenix, and then I say at path AshAuthentication Phoenix. So I'm using Igniter to install a local dependency. Well, that was a weird little thing. So I don't need this open. We have this open. Yeah. All right, cool. So this will, unless I've broken it since the last time I tried it out, this ought to install AshAuthentication Phoenix. Had no associated installer task. All right. I need to check back out the Igniter branch. Okay, let's try this again. So what we should see is it's going to do a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to create, users and user tokens. It's going to create a bunch like modules for dealing with secrets. It's going to modify a bunch of files. I'll just show you because that'll be easier than describing it before it's in front of my face. But yeah, so we need bcrypt Elixir to hash passwords. we need, I think that should be the only dependency that we have to add for this. Oh, could not find accounts module. Something went wrong with installing AshAuthentication. Task AshAuthentication.install could not be found. I think this is also, I need to have here. No, I have the AshAuthentication igniter. Okay. What needs to, I see what happened. I need to have, this is not something that people are going to experience when they're actually using this, but for me, because I'm working on everything locally, I need to tell, everything to use my local packages. Okay, so it's saying you have an existing accounts module that does not have the default name. Oh, I know, here we go. We're saying dependency AshAuthentication Phoenix is already in mix.x's. Could not find accounts module. Please set the equivalent CLI flag. Oh yeah, right. This is kind of the experience that I want, which is you have not yet. This should probably be first in the list, which is like if you don't have AshAuthentication set up. Now this actually, people won't see this normally either because it's going to say like, well, that's not really important. It's not technically important. So we're going to say, yeah, go ahead and run the installer, and the installer adds some policies to our resources. And so we get a new message that says, hey, ash.policy.authorizer recalls it requires a stat solver. And we're going to use picosat Elixir. It says, yep, we're going to install this. I want to find ways to minimize these mixed depths compilation that happens at the it happens in between installing dependencies. There's something wrong with the way that it does it, and I think that this is something that language servers also have a little bit of a problem with. Like it's a pretty unique thing that I have to do, that Igniter has to do. Okay, so let's take a look. We get a whole bunch of stuff. We get, so we import some dependencies for the formatter. This creates a .igniter.exs file. So the reason that this gets created is because it can tell you're using Phoenix, and it wants to use the Phoenix extension, which helps Igniter figure out where certain modules go and where their corresponding files go, etc. It modifies our configuration for section order. So this is for our Spark DSL formatter. If you're not familiar with Azure Spark, you're not going to know what that is. It configures our new accounts. Foobar is like the name of the app that I'm testing. But it configures our accounts module in our config. It sets some configuration like token signing secret in dev.x's. It sets some configuration in config/runtime to get token signing secret from the environment variable, from an environment variable. And it sets a test signing secret, and then we get into like this sort of application elements that it's creating. So it creates an accounts domain, which has tokens and users. And then this is actually where, if you've used AshAuthentication in the past, you'll see kind of immediately that this generator style, that using generators for this does solve a big problem that we have had, which is the existing installation doesn't add any of these actions to the resource itself. Instead, what it does is it defines them like under the hood, which is kind of magic. And what it means is people don't realize there's just a bunch of actions on the resource that you can use. And so it allows you to write the actions yourself, and it will validate that they're correct. And what's cool is that's kind of the best of both worlds. But now with the generators, we just define the appropriate versions of each action. And then if you change something that must happen, like if you were to remove this preparation, you'd get an error. But if you were to add something else, like, okay, whenever somebody tries to get a token, I'm going to add some other check, you would be allowed to add that, right? So we have this sort of perfect little balance of library code where we can fix problems with get token preparation, or the is revoked action definition, all that sort of stuff. We can fix those things, but you can still extend the actions. Obviously, there's going to be some sort of natural limits to that, but what are we going to do, right? You can't, if you just make a preparation that raises an error, then we don't know what you're doing. But this is a very nice middle ground, and you can easily see now what actually happens. Like you can see, okay, there's a get token action there where I can, given some JTI or a token and a purpose, I can fetch a token, and it's expecting to return a single thing. I can list all the expired tokens, right? We've added descriptions and all sorts of nice little tools here to understand like the code that we're generating. We had some policies that say like AshAuthentication can use this resource, but nothing else. Yeah, we had some attributes, and so we get to user, and yeah, we set the users up in Postgres. We set up the basic authentication thing, which is okay. Yeah, there's tokens. It's that resource. We set up some secrets. And then we set up our actions. This is the only one that we start off with when you don't have any strategies, which is given a subject, which is like the subject claim from a JWT. I'm going to fetch a user. So pretty standard stuff. But then you can see like this is really useful stuff, right? Like, so we make sure that the AshAuthentication supervisor is started. Should probably be at the end now that I think about it, because it should start after the repo. I'll have to, let's see. So that's in AshAuthentication. Let's see, in the install, we say add child, or what is it? Child, add new child. I forget if this is set up to prepend, like if I have, can I append to, see, add new child ops, it takes an after, which is a list of other modules that the supervisor should appear after, or a function that takes a module and returns true. Okay, so, oh yeah, I wasn't showing that to you, but I was just looking at our own source code here for add new child. But all right, so this is good. What I can do here is I can, when I have add new child, I can say, what did it say? It was after, an after option. Yep, after, and then we'll just say start it just after all of them. So for every, I do this a lot because when you change dependencies a lot, Elixir else gets confused. Okay, things still looking good. Cool. So now if I were to rerun this, actually, let me just try this. It should put the AshAuthentication supervisor at the bottom. I always feel weird taking a drink out of a big cup, like on stream. Like, are people just hearing like gulp, gulp, gulp? All right. Come on. Okay, yes, you can run that installer. Excuse me. Come on. I don't remember this take. Oh, you know what? I think that there's a logic error in the implementation of this after function, because we do something stupid probably. Okay, hold on. Going down a rabbit hole. We keep checking to see if there is a module, I think, that it has to go after, right? Let's see. Maybe I should make my font a little bit bigger for the viewers. Yeah, so let's see. After. So we skip everything. Okay, so skip after says igniter.co.comment.move right. So we're gonna, like, I can actually just prove that this is a problem by, so if I use this debug utility, this actually like prints the code that we're modifying So if I run this again, we're just going to see it print out probably the same item repeatedly. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Ops after dot module. So keyword dot update ops after. Yeah, I mean this. Okay, so I guess I could have been wrong. Is it just being slow, or did I not actually identify where this bug is? Let's see. So if we're still okay, we're saying okay zipper. So we say if they're no, if ops nested. Let's see. This would be the one. I don't want to see that zipper because that's gonna be big. Okay, if we are looping infinitely, which I'm pretty positive that we are, then this will be the location. Surprising. What have I done? All right, well, let's test my hypothesis here and remove this after option. Oh, this is like totally unrelated, I guess. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, okay. So it's the after option. Something about the after option is causing something very strange to happen. And let's update this to have its after back. So we say to double check, we have this options after. I don't think there's anything else recursive in this file. So, well, let's just see. Are we getting here? What the fuck? Uh, so is it here? I don't think so. We're just going to return the value, keyword.update. This all seems pretty sane. So it's like you can have every time I start a stream, some crap like this happens, and I spend half the stream debugging some stupid thing. I mean, it is what it is, but still. Okay. Whoa. How is the after? How could the after possibly be causing? I don't know if y'all saw that, but if we remove, not from here. If we remove the after option from add new child, everything works just fine. So it has to be because we provided the after option, but it's saying I'm okay. I mean, what the earth? All right, let's see. If you're watching and you have any idea what's going on here, feel free to chime in because I am confused. All right, let's try this again. What? Did I do something stupid? Okay, let's see. We go back to, I said after add new child. Let's try this. Let's just set it to a list. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. So that's clearly fine. We should be. Oh, wait. Oh my God. All right. I'm a dummy. I was not working against my local copy of Igniter. So all of this code that I was dropping into Igniter. Oh my God. That was live. You guys saw that live. All right. So now, now what should happen is down here in this, we should be getting into this function like repeatedly. Doesn't like how I've set up Igniter. Oh, I need to set it up with override true. All right. This time for real. We're so close. I'm excited about this, especially because this is kind of like the finishing the strategy installers is actually, for those who are interested in the book, is very important for the book, but it's also important for, it kind of closes the main arc on having like our really big and difficult to install packages. I mean, difficult, it's not that hard, but having those with these push button installers. At some point, I really want to rewrite the Phoenix Live View generators, not the Phoenix ones, but the Ash Phoenix Live View generators using Igniter, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to prioritize that. I might have to just leave that as an exercise for the community. Okay, run the installer now. Yes. So we should see a bunch of, there we go. That's what I was expecting. Okay. So the problem now that we can figure this out is we say move right until we find an item that is after that we are after, right? And then when we get to that thing, so I think what might have to happen is, do we have to like look and see? So then we skip after, well, no. So then what we're going to do is we're going to say, if ops nested, we say go right. Right. So that says basically, I know this is probably really complicated if you're not used to working with zippers. But basically what we're doing is we've moved our source code pointer into a list, and then we're moving rightwards through the list, right? Which is from a AST perspective, we're going like right. Which is this left for you? I don't know. I don't know how live stream works. Is my finger going to the left or the right for you? I don't know. Anyway, we're as we move through the list, we're like, that's how a zipper works. You sort of traverse the AST in that way. And so we're saying go right until you find a thing that is equal to that this module is supposed to be after. And it should be fine because we should find something that it's after, right? And then we're like, okay, then we're going to do that again. And what should happen is we should get to the end of the list. And so I'm wondering if what we need to do Yeah, so what I'm thinking we can do is we might need to just check and see, well, like, are we at the end? And if so, then we're going to have to stop. Because I think move right is going to check. Okay, so when I move my finger right, it goes left for stream. All right, that's fucking weird, but it's going to have to be what it is. Um, all right, so if I get an empty list here, then that's going to be good. If what gets printed out a whole bunch of times. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. So this is returning OK zipper, but this needs to tell us, hey, we're at the end. So this needs to say like stop zipper, and then this needs to say stop zipper, and then we're going to say after zipper. All right. I'm not sure if I logicked this one right, but we'll see. Okay, where did it go? Where did the supervisor child go? Okay, well, this looks like shit. Um, why is it doing that? Probably because this does if ops nested zipper dot write zipper. So maybe I should do. It doesn't feel right, but we're gonna find out. A lot of working with zippers is trial and error. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but you know, you're manipulating like a relatively complex data structure, and a lot of times it's faster to just try to compose some tools together and see if it does what you think it's supposed to do than it is to like visualize a 3D data structure basically. At least for me it is. I don't know. All right, run this installer. Okay, yeah, it doesn't write like that because there is nothing to the right. So maybe but if I say before zipper, I think it's going to put it not as the last item in the list, which is not what we want either, which is weird. But I mean, let's see, find out. It's going to put it before DNS cluster, I think. It does, but this is also not ideal. See the way that this is. We're using, okay. So when we say after zipper, and then what happens, okay, this zipper, oh. No, yeah, this zipper here is not in the right place. So if we do util.igniter.util.debug.puts code add node, it's not going to look right. It's going to be, well, no, it's going to be at the element. I wonder if this is actually a bug with the, let's see. Yeah, so when I look at the last code that we print out, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. So we're okay. Yeah, I guess. Why isn't that really working actually? So if I go back up to here, so we say zipper.insert right. That should be insert right should be the way to do it, I believe. Insert right says, inserts the child as the right sibling of the node at the zipper without moving. Right. So this, if you had like it should add a sibling to the parent. So I guess maybe what the problem is let's take a look at what's up from this zipper. What's up? Oh, I cracked myself up. Igniter.util.common, no, igniter.util.debug. Puts code at node. Zipper.up. Zipper up. Oh gosh, so many jokes. Yeah, run the installer. Come on. So, did I do the wrong thing? Did I say before just recently? I think I changed it down here to before. No, I didn't. I said after zipper. Did I have a label function on this bad boy? No, I don't. Okay. Interesting. All right. Someone in Discord says that YouTube is streaming in max 720p. I don't know how I fixed that. But I do see that it looks like shit. And I can go to 720p and it still looks bad. Maybe I mean I upped my font size, at least for some of these windows. But how do I change? I'm using Restream and I don't know how to. Okay, stream settings maybe. Huh. The YouTube increase stream quality. So you need to stream with a resolution of 1440p or higher. Increase the resolution scale in OBS. Increase the resolution scale in OBS to 1440p. Oh, so I'm like doing this wrong in OBS. You can do stream, output. I don't remember seeing like a resolution option. Isn't like so. Increase the resolution scale in OBS to 1440, and or create a new YouTube stream key with the desired resolution. I am too fucking stupid for streaming. um, there's got to be like, okay, I can. Oh, here no video. Video output is currently active. Turn off any outputs to change video settings. Is that the same as? Let me just try changing. I don't know. I'm gonna change my bit rate. Somebody says you got to make it bigger bit rate. 13,000 to 18,000. Okay, I didn't make it big enough. Output. Okay, I'll go to 15,000 because that's like, I don't know, in the middle. But is that going to make... I don't feel like that's going to like give YouTube another, like the option to switch to 1080p. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just going to make the text bigger and I will figure out this resolution thing on another day when I am smart enough to do it. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out, okay, so we say, interesting that zipper dot up. Okay, let's actually just not look at the code. I think I know what's going on. We need our own, we have all these like high level wrappers over zipper functions because insert right is like a low level operation when really what you want to do is add a sibling. And that sibling means that if the parent is a single child block, then it's really like a value. And the sibling, you want to like go up even further. And so I'm going to have to make like, actually, I bet I'm just going to try it, show you guys what I mean. So if I go to, oh, I can't expand that because then it's going to hit chat. Yeah. All right. I'll leave that where it is. All right. So if I go into here and in common, I add a, let's just call it, let's just say insert right. Insert a new node after as a sibling to the right of the current node. Okay. And what we have to do is we have to move upwards until I would say, what do we have, like a single child block? Oh, I guess we don't have a, I guess this is, okay, it's this is single child block. Is it a block with one child and is it extendable? So I would say something like this. Actually, do we have, I remember there was like a helper that we had that I think could go up until it gets to, what was it called? I don't know. All right, we're just gonna have to do this. So we'll say single child block. Say not single child block. I can just do it like this. No, I can't. That's why I did this. Yeah, I can. So I have one too many. Oh, yeah. And then we would say insert right, or zipper dot insert right value. And then we're going to do the same thing. I know I have to write single child block. Hey, Chaz. Thank you. I'm excited about it. I think it's coming along really well. It's already like mega useful, and I just feel like, I don't know, sky's the limit on it. Um, yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Good to see you around the stream. Okay, so we need insert left. So it's all the same thing. All right, now I need to write this single child block helper. And I'm gonna go down to this and make this a, so let's see, say yeah. All right. So this is going to be, okay, it's a single child block if it is a block with one child that is extendable. So just while I'm educating, oh, what is the Twitch channel name? It is, I forget. I will tell you. Hold on. I think it's Zach Daniel Dev. Um, yeah, that's what it is. Let me pull it up. I will drop a link in chat. Go to this global chat, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, there you go. There's the Twitch stream. Let me see if somebody's yelling at me on Twitter about my. Perfect. Okay. What? Oh my God. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I sent Twitch channel in and now we're going back to work. Back to work. Okay. So I can also now make this a little bit better. I can say if single child block zipper do, and then I can do this stuff. Otherwise, return the zipper. So that cleans that up a little bit. All right. So now we have our move, no, we have our insert right. I should spec these. And I should fix this docs to insert to the left of the current node. And this takes a zipper, and turns a zipper. This is the same. Cool. Word up. Yeah, so I think yeah, I'm gonna. It's weird that the Twitch strat or that the YouTube thing is so low, the resolution. I'm just gonna point into chat here and say watch on Twitch for higher res. I mean, I think it's a setup issue on my part. But oh, move upwards. We would say um, something like yeah, we'd say this. Okay, I need to do the same thing here. Word. Um, cool. Does this show me how many people are on different platforms? Yeah, it seems like some people are switching to Twitch. Switch to Twitch. Twitchity switch. All right. So now if honestly, this is kind of a full fucking gamble. I have no idea, but common.insert right and common.insert left, I hope, are going to fix the problem because they will go up until they get to a single value, till they get to a part of the tree that's not a single value block, and they'll put it next to that, which is a smarter choice than just inserting to the right. All right, time for the money shot. Let's see if this worked. Money shot. All right. Come on. Shit. It didn't work. Okay. We're still, so when we say insert to the right, why does that happen? All right, let's take a look at, or let's make sure that I got all the spots. Did. Okay. So let's look at the node right before we insert right. And probably what I want to do is I want to see the node. I want to see what's up from the node. And I want to see what's up from the node. This will help. Come on. Hmm. Oh, right. Okay. This time for real. Yes, run the install. No, I'm good. Oh, right. This is interesting because uh that's brutal. So what's brutal about this is not a no, this should be a single no. Yeah, okay, well anyway, let's look at where we're at. So all right, so the first one is we're at this DNS cluster bit. What does that look like in the actual code? Here. Oh wait, this is interesting. Why wouldn't it even be putting it all the way down here? I'm so confused. Why does it even think that it should be putting it after? Wow. This is probably okay. This is probably a problem with. Okay, so we say is tuple true. This is like its own separate problem of why it doesn't think, like, why is it not going all the way down to this? It seems like it's going to the first one that's a tuple, and then it's thinking that it's not supposed to, they're just thinking that it's supposed to be after that one. And that doesn't, that's probably because of this move right. That is probably what it is. So, because we're saying, I think I have, is this not really the right way to do this? Maybe move right through a list is the wrong thing. I need to write a test for this common test. Okay. So let's describe move right, and let's see if we can actually traverse a list this way. Because I think what's, well, yeah, because we never go down. So it should just work. Move right can traverse lists. Oh, well, no, this should be fine. All right, let's just try this. So to double check how I've been testing these things, we make some code, parse the string, we zip, and then we start moving around. Yep, okay. So let's make a list. Module, tuple. Let's make something like this. We'll say module A, module B, value, module C. Sure. All right. So now if I say zipper igniter.code.common.move right, and I want to go right until I find something equal to module C. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that's interesting. Is it's not working. All right. So I think that was actually, this is my sort of fundamental problem, is my move right to traverse a list thing is not the right idea. Right. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, no, that's fine. I just need to do igniter dot or sorcerer dot zipper dot down. All right, let's, where do I get when after I go downwards? Does that put me where I think I want? Okay, go down again. Okay, so now if I were to move right, this should give me like okay and the actual and the, yeah, okay. No, so this does work. So can I give the full code in the description? The full code in the description would, it's definitely not going to happen because I'm not, this is exploratory. I have no idea what all this is going to look like. We're writing some code generation tooling for folks that are unfamiliar. There is, realistically, there is way too much to explain to like go back over all the stuff. But yeah, I couldn't possibly give all the context required for this. But this works. I mean, this works the way that we want it to. So let's see if I say where with okay item igniter.code. Yeah, I can provide some useful links. Igniter. Here is a link to the hex package that I'm working on. This is not, here you go. I'm working on this package and I'm working on stuff for Ash Framework, which is, we're working on code generators for Ash Framework. So if I say igniter.code.tuple tuple item 0. Okay, and then we'll just say do else false. And I can say no nodes equal item module B. So now what this should do is this should land me at the tuple, this middle one here. This should be how this works. It's a block alias. Yeah, that is what this is. If I change this to yeah, okay, well, oh, and then I guess the real trick then is igniter.code.common.insert right module middle. And then if I do zipper.topmost, or zipper.top, I think it's just topmost is what I want because I want it to go all the way up. And I'm going to say, show me what that looks like. How this ought to look like a because, right. Because that's going to return an OK tuple. Key node not found in OK. Ah, it's here. That is the problem. Okay, zipper.topmost, sourcer.zipper. So, yeah, okay. So this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, so first off, I think insert right. So we move upwards until we get to something that isn't a single child block. I mean, that should be right, but let's just take a look. So in this test, when we go to insert right, the zipper, all right, let me clean up some of these. Right, so right here, we should be looking at, our zipper should currently be positioned at this item right here. So let's see if that helps at all. Okay, it is. That's good. So, oops, I gotta switch this. Okay, so now what we want to see is when we go to insert right, first we go upwards. Let's just see which branch we're getting into. Okay, so we are going up. So now let's see where we get to. Where do we get to on this? So we're getting all the way up to the list. Oh, this is interesting. We need to make sure, because a list is a value. So this isn't right. We are not supposed to go up to, damn, all right. Well, that was a waste of time. So probably what needs to happen is something else in this. All right, let me just get rid of this crap. Is in our logic here, when we get to an item, we need to go up until we get to the list again. I don't know if this is really going to be right, but let's just try this. So we'll say zipper igniter.code.common.move, move upwards. So move upwards until we get to something that's a list. Oh. It's like we need to not include, there's like an option to move upwards, I think actually, that needs to happen, which is, so when we say move upwards, we say, what? Oh, did I delete move upwards? I did, whoops. All right. So Move to the next node that matches the predicate going upwards. Okay, I need to have move upwards until. And this is move to the next node before the node that matches the predicate. And so then we're going to say, let's say this is the last node before the node that matches the predicate. And then if pred.zipper, we need to go zipper.down. Is that right? Yeah, it should be right. We'll just say zipper.down, zipper, or zipper for the first case. There we go there. Okay, so now if we say move upwards until we get to a list and then insert right, I don't know if this is really going to do it or not. Can't hurt. All right. So now I'm going to go back to this bad boy. Still haven't figured out why it's stopping at the wrong module. That's fine. Figure that out later. Let's see if this does what it's supposed to do. Whoa. Coming to insert right. Did I right? All right. Oh. There we go. Come on. We can do it. Believe in the heart of the cards. Ah, shit. Zipper.insert right. All right, because okay. This is pretty stupid, actually. But it's fine. All right. Yeah, so Chad's asking, have you seen folks in the community start leveraging Igniter yet? Yeah, so there's a couple people that have, so there's a project called Fireside by Igor, I'm going to mangle his last name, just look up the project. That was a very early bit contributor to Ash and, contributor to Igniter, the first project I saw spring out of it. And I'm also seeing Jonathan Manchin, again, also mangling his name, but working on not, I don't think it's done yet, and he's still kind of prototyping, seeing how he likes it, but working on an installer for his OIDC package, which is pretty cool. And there's at least two people that I know of working on component libraries that have Igniter installers to like patch in individual components into your project, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we've got some momentum starting to pick up on that front. Okay, let's see how we did. Did we fix the problem? I should have kept my little test around, honestly, but lazy. Oh. Oh no. That's, so now we put it next to the list. Okay, that's not ideal. Not ideal at all. So we're saying move upwards until this should be right. Basically, we say if there's nothing above, then we're returning error, which should be fine because that causes us to use. Actually, I think in this case, is that we want to go all the way up until we, I mean, that shouldn't matter because it's not gonna make a difference. I did not expect to be this. The reason I was even doing the stream today is because I was like, oh, we're gonna do the fun part. We're not gonna do this shitty little data munging crap. But alas, I decided to take a side quest that got us here. So yeah, we're still doing the wrong thing. We're going, okay, so let's see. When we go move upwards until, what are we doing? This is interesting. That's fine. That's fine. Nope. What's interesting is, oh, you know what? We have, what is it? Application test. We have a test for adding children. So I should just reproduce this little bug that we're having. Yeah, so we're moving up. I'm so confused. That move upwards until you find a list. That should not get us. All right, well, let me just test. See if I broke our existing tests. Hey, Meredith. My wife's in the stream. She's supporting me. All right. Yeah, so we're doing the wrong things here. All right. Let's do this. Let's put all this crap back the way it was. You'll notice this about me, by the way, if you watch me code for any significant period of time, that I like people. Sometimes it frustrates people, but I delete code like willy-nilly. You can't be attached to your code, in my opinion. All right, so if I go back to the application test, we're going to simulate this problem instead of just taking shots in the dark. That's what I should have done like 30 minutes ago, but here we are. Which is to simulate it. It looks like, okay, so it's, if we have a tuple, let's see. If we have we want to put it at the very end of the list. And the list looks kind of like this. Let's do this. Using after with tuples in the list. I mean, I don't really know why that would be causing this problem, but this is roughly the shape of the issue. So here we've got a tuple. Let's just put like something else, something more else. And then what we want to do is, oh, this is not quite the right thing. So let's do, yeah, I guess actually we can build it up more. Yeah, we can build it up. Let's do this. So if I put in something into this list, 85, and it should go at the front of the list. Okay, so that's right. So now if I say I want to add something at the end, and then I say I should get something at the end here. Cool. Okay. This is great. We are having the same problem now reproduced in a test. This is like my number one life lesson that I somehow still always forget whenever I'm writing any kind of code, is like I'm not huge on like TDD, but like if I'm ever confused, you just need to write a test. Like debugging without a test is just a waste of time. It's stupid. And I find myself doing it a lot. I'm impulsive that way, I guess. Okay, so this is wonderful. So now what we can do is, I don't want to inspect. I'm going to do, this is kind of silly, but watch. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do it. Put in foo bar true. This is just a little hack to make sure that my io.inspects come from this call to add new child instead of the other one. So now if I go to here, let's see what this is, and then we'll say if io dot or if application dot get env foo var do igniter dot go dot util igniter dot util dot debug dot let's code it up. All right. So now we should actually get something useful. Yeah, because it's got a placement. Okay, so where it thinks we are when oh yeah, here we go. It thinks we're at this little bit. Fine, but let's see if we go up. I think it's going to look the same because it's going to be like a block containing a tuple or some crap like that. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And if I go up again, where do I get? Then I'll be at the list. Watch. Yes. Okay. So it's something wrong with the tuple elements. But I don't know why. Maybe move right is doing the wrong thing. Maybe it's like going down into, yeah, look. It's saying, oh, interesting, multi-child block zipper. Maybe this is returning the wrong thing and it's causing us to. Where it's returning true for like a tuple or something along those lines. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I want to just run this test. Okay, well, where are we at? Yeah, there's a lot of. Okay, this is going to be too much to. This is the problem with writing these big recursive monstrosities. Is sometimes it can be difficult to debug. So I'm wondering if it's this block. I'm going to disable it. I'm pretty sure that's going to break something else, but oh no, look. That's perfect. Did we do it? Something at the end. Oh no, wait, no, it didn't do anything. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. That was showing my diff. Confusing error message. We were here. Yeah. So we move right through a multi-child block on purpose. Let's try this. Let's go back. So we had this thing we said we went zipper.up value igniter.code.common.multi-child block. Is that not a public function? It's not. All right. This doesn't seem right. This is not the right way to do this. We want to do something like is extendable block. If it's an extendable block, then we want to go through that code. This is really complicated. I wasn't intending to put you guys through the ringer on this. But here we are. Okay, so now we're not making any changes for some reason. extendable block. Let's take a look. So that's did we break like a bunch of stuff? Let's see. Or is it just this test nut? Yeah, we broke everything. Of course we did. Wow. Okay. What did we do? So by changing this, this was multi-child block. What? So the purpose of this code, we're going to move right through source code. The reason we have this multi-child block here is for this kind of source code. If you had like A, B, C on different lines, which doesn't really make any sense, but you can do it. Like this. So we get to this block, but the thing about it is it shouldn't actually matter if it's a multi-child. It should be, is it an extendable block? That should be the heuristic for whether or not we go into that. So it says moves rightwards, entering blocks and exiting them with no match valid until the provided predicate returns true. So I feel like maybe we've been building on a little bit of a problematic foundation here, which is infuriating. Let's go find a simple test to see. Just move to cursor match and scope. No. Okay. So yeah, here we're going to use move right. Yeah, so things don't like the change to extendable block. And I wonder why not. Because this should be like more permissive. Extendable block should be, is it a block? Let's take a look. Let's try this. Let's try saying we're going to put this back and we're going to say if not extendable block. All right, let's try this. So I'm thinking, oh, I have to put back multi-child block. All right. I'm thinking, what? Undefined function multi, right there. Oh, I didn't. So we're saying this, oh. Where was I? Let's code. Let's code at no. So what? Oh, that is really interesting. This block of code should 100% be considered an extendable block. So big question is what's going on? Because I think that this is probably the root of our issue. So we have a block. What? Extendable block. Block meta contents when is list contents. Okay. Oh. So was one of these? No, there's no token or format or delimiter. And it's a list of values. What the shit? How is this not an extendable block? Oh. Okay, let me I see what I did wrong. The problem is this function, well, takes the node, not the zipper, you dummy. All right. Okay. Yeah, okay, now it works. Okay, that's cool. So now we can run our test in our application test. I mean, I don't think that just fixed our problem, but we can find out. Okay, yeah, so it's still doing this crap. So that wasn't the problem. Well, that's funny. Like my beanie does like a weird effect when I move because of the, I don't know, some camera bullshit that I don't know about. um, okay. So we're still doing the wrong thing. Cool. Not helpful, but at least we know something it's not. So we're putting it in a block like this because we're not going up, because I still think somehow move right is doing the wrong thing. So if application.getEnd r so what are each of the items that we're getting to in this? We're getting oh, you know what I haven't been doing this whole time? Oh my gosh. How did nobody tell me? We don't have any music. I've been streaming for like hours with no music. What the hell? Oh. Like, how are you guys gonna even let me do this? Like, seriously. I'm so mad at you. All of you. Alright, let me know if the music's too loud. Yeah, sure. My voice is the music. Oh god. Alright, so what do we get? We get the first item is just that module. Then the second item is a block. Second item is a block that contains, why is it that? But I guess I can't really control that it isn't that. So maybe I was actually close originally. Thai, we're generating some code, my dude. All right, so all right. I think I'm gonna go back and do. Let me try this. Let me say zipper niter.code.common.move upwards until we're gonna go upwards until we get to an extendable block. And then we're gonna say case do okay zipper I don't think this is gonna fix it, but this is oh okay, well that worked. But what's interesting is like why we're moving right when we get to these items, right? So we get to this, and then we get, this is the second item in the list, and this actually is a traversable block. Which is very interesting. So when we go to move right through it, we do have to go in. We have to go in. What does that mean? I think what we're missing is maybe an igniter. Let me just leave this here, but we're missing a within call to not, because we move right. We go through each one. But we only want to be at, it's like we don't want to go into single child blocks. I guess that's kind of where that whole multi-child block was, because if it was a single child block, but why weren't we protected before? Let's see, move right. We had this. Why? Move right should leave single value blocks alone because all of the other helpers work with it. So that's why we had this multi-child block. That's why we had this multi-child block. This isn't going to change anything, is it? Oh. Can you do this? Not a tuple. So yeah, if I go back and I think that if I just make this zipper.insert right instead, it's not going to solve the problem. It's still going to do the wrong thing. Yeah. So what we need to figure out, so when we're going through the items, put this back in there. We get an item that is this block containing an item, and then now we get that item inside, and the problem, what is the problem with that? Is that we don't end up at the list item index anymore. And that is a problem. So when I do, this is interesting. If I go to common/list, no, just list, and I say move to or find list item index, do find index right. We just say zipper.right. So this is doing the right thing. But common.moveRight is going to be doing the wrong thing. Man, this is a brain buster. Move right should not, this is the basic problem. We should never have gotten this third item here, where we've now gone into this block. And the reason that we shouldn't is because this, let's see. So, oh, zipper in single child block. I think that's the problem right there. No. Oh God. All right. So we're getting here, yeah. Hope it's after. That doesn't make sense. It's something else. One day I'll learn. So, I mean, yeah, this is actually kind of right, but I don't know why. Yeah. So so returning zipper should actually have solved a problem here. And then, oh, maybe it's because, what did I do? Maybe now, like, I'm fixing it twice and that's causing a problem. Boom. All right. What an odyssey that was. Okay. So we figured it out, I think, for the most part. The question is, did I break anything else with that logic? By returning the, oh, I did. Let's see, what did I break? It's just one thing. It's not going to be so bad. Because probably what that means is there's a function that's not properly entering into a single child block if it finds one. And that's the main sort of issue, right? So we say configure fake buzz. Let's see, do we get to this function? Okay, so yeah, we're not even getting here. I'm going into configure. I'm assuming there's a move right. No. Move to list item. There's some call to move right that isn't working. Let's see. Okay, cool. So we're not properly, okay, so move right, there's no calls to move right in config, which is super annoying, but move to function call in current scope uses move right, it does. So this might be one of those. So the function call part works. Okay, so in here, we're calling, in our test it's failing, we're saying configure with a single argument path, this is config path, and then we're gonna say update Elixir file, blah, 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 modify configuration code. And in here, we should be, okay, one of these try functions should be matching, and based on the test, it's gonna be the toarg. So we should be getting okay zipper from here in this test. And we're getting error. Okay, so that's the problem. So move to function call in current scope config 2. This is returning error, I'm assuming. Yeah. We're getting here. No, we're never calling this. Okay. So move to function call in current scope. Not useful. I'm gonna have to do the same thing I was doing before. Because we call all these same things so many times. All right, so then now in move to function call and card scope. I need to do this. So are we getting even anywhere in this mover? Yeah, we are. Okay. And then we're saying function, okay. We're close to not having something I didn't really even want to be working on today. What is all this crap? I guess we're moving right a whole bunch of times. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, let's see this real quick. We have one thing I did notice is we're not getting here. Right? Double check. Yeah, we're not getting there. So yeah, this is like move right doing the wrong thing again. Which is very annoying. Even that's kind of annoying because what that means is, like, I feel like what it means is you can't rely on move right to put you at the top level thing. Like move right doesn't work that way. So what I need to do is leave that alone, which will fix this test and it's going to break my other test. And I need to do like list traversal differently. That's the main problem. We have this move right, and that's not the tool that we want to use to do this logic when we say move right. So probably what we want to do instead is, yeah, we're going to need to add a list. So move to list item uses common.move right, and that's not going to be right. We're going to say case zipper dot, we'll say right equals. Well, first we'll say if pred zipper, and we're here. And then we're gonna say like this. Okay, so this is, so now we have common.move right, and instead what we need to do is we need to use igniter.code.list move to list item. This one's a little bit weird because what are we actually doing here? We're saying we want to find something that we're after, and then we're going to find something that we're after again, but it's like weird because it's like we're inside of a list. So it's actually, we want this do move to list item actually to be this might actually work. Okay, yeah, okay. Where this is close. So what we're actually getting is it's not putting it putting it, what did we actually get? This is expected to create the following contents, but it actually default. Okay, so we put something at the end, not at the end. Okay, so we're really close here. So we're moving to the list item where we go after it. Gosh, I did not expect to be so confused this entire stream. I was like, we're gonna put the nail in this thing's coffin. We're gonna do some fun stuff, and instead, this is what we're doing. So we say after zipper. Let's see, are we getting to here? Let me just see. Oh, it's probably just putting it after the first item is. Let's see. So we're getting here, so we're getting to error, yeah. So do move to list item, right zipper. I don't think we want this right words. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna say, so we're just gonna say, okay, so move to the list item, and then we're gonna say, okay, we don't need this stop case. We're say, okay, well, we found a list item that we're going to go again until we don't find a list item that we go after, and then we're actually pretty good here. So skip after, what is it not like? What? Oh. And we don't need this. We don't need these ops either. We're just going to repeatedly go till we find a list item that we go after. And if we don't, I'm kind of remembering all of a sudden why we were doing this. If we don't find anything, then we're going to go after the current place that we're in. And this is going to work something else up, I think, but ops after. Oh, I do need ops. Right. I remember now why we did all of that crap. Well, it would just say okay, so see, are they all broken in that file now? Probably a bunch of them are. 2 failures. Yeah, so we're doing the... All right. So... this is like the most boring code to watch somebody write. I should get off stream. You guys can come back when I'm doing something actually fun. Expected to contain the following patch bar. Yeah, so we're putting them in the wrong order. This is probably something to do. So we say, okay, we'll find an item that we go after. And we say if we don't, okay, then we would say, I guess, put it before the current node. That's probably what's going on. Okay, right. And then what we would do is here, I think it's going to say something like, we're getting here in this case, in this last case here. We are, and the reason is we're not finding anything, or we go after everything. It's going to be something like this. If, oh, this is ops after. No. What is this test doing? They're saying, is this the one that's doing, yeah, we say after everything. So why is it putting it here? Because we get to the very end, we don't find anything else, and then we say, okay, well, it goes before. So that's, right. So we say, the hell? Done. So we're, oh, because this is, that's right. Every time I do the same thing. All right, so in application test here, am I still, I need to do this again. All right, so now we're going to see what we're getting in this branch. So we're just getting to foo AB, and we're saying that, no, we're saying still going at foo AB, and then we're done at, yeah, so that's not quite right. Maybe we do actually need this stupid, the thing that I removed here when we say keyword.put ops. Yeah, I think we do. And what this looks like is, so then we say after, because like if we found one that we're after, so we should go after. Yeah, there we go. All right, does it work for all of them now? Hallelujah. All right. We did it, boys and girls. All right, I need to find all of the crap code that I've peppered around. Oh no. Ugh, I broke something. Else, I broke something else. Okay. So we broke this somehow. So git dependency declaration. I bet this is going to be using, this is using move to list item. tuple. Ah. Yes, okay. This is good news. So we were, it was as I was suspecting, leaning on the fact that, yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. There's no point in spending. I can barely understand it myself. So now, if I go back in here, and we run this thing, the whole thing that we were doing this entire time is just getting the AshAuthentication Phoenix or AshAuthentication supervisor to go at the last item in the list, and that took a million years. And if it's not right now, I'm gonna lose it. Boom, beautiful, awesome. All right. Well, that's gonna have to be all she wrote for today. Didn't get to do a single fun or exciting thing, and this is what it's like to be a framework and library maintainer. There's a lot of time fixing stupid crap, not nearly enough time doing the fun stuff. It is what it is. All right, let's make sure that this thing passes. Then I'll publish a fixed version of Igniter, and we'll call it a day. And the question is, in the 2 hours that I spent streaming, how many questions were asked that I have to go answer? Emails and Elixir forum posts and tweets, and this is the trouble with, I love live streaming, actually. I really like it, but my days are just like so busy with crap. And like I have a day job, sort of. I mean, this is my day job, but I also support our clients, and I do, I work on client projects, and all of it just adds up to like, do not have enough time to do this. But I'm gonna try to do at least a couple hours a week moving forward. Okay, so fix properly traverse lists, or traverse lists without entering child nodes. Boom. All right. Well, at least you got to see me fix a bug and release Igniter. And next time, hopefully Wednesday, we will do the actual fun work of making mix.igniter.patch.add-strategy password. And this could be like password, Google or magic link, all that sort of stuff. So next episode is going to be more fun. Also, I'm going to be prettier because I'm going to shave a little bit. I got to like take care of this fuzzy wuzzy thing I got going on here. All right, everyone. Let's switch to, let's do this. Cool. Thanks everybody for chiming in. I think we had, you missed most of the stream. Congrats on getting the release. Till next time. See you later. Thanks for joining. I'll be back hopefully on Wednesday. No set schedule. Don't have time for set schedules. But I'll make a tweet or something when I'm out. All right, folks.